In the Horn of Africa, a nation exists in practice but not in name, Somaliland. For over 3 decades, Somaliland has built peace and democracy, holding elections, creating its own currency, and fiercely defending its borders. Yet the international community and its regional peers, in IGAD, have withheld the one thing it desires most: formal recognition. A recent agreement with Ethiopia, trading sea access for potential recognition, has thrust Somaliland into the center of regional politics. IGAD now faces a monumental decision: uphold colonial-era borders or acknowledge Somaliland's stability and viability. The stakes are high, with implications for 5 million Somalilanders and the entire Horn of Africa. As the world watches, IGAD's next move could finally put Somaliland on the map or keep it in diplomatic limbo. Somaliland's quest for recognition is rooted in a unique history. After gaining independence in 1960, it united with Italian Somaliland to form Somalia, but decades of marginalization and civil war followed. In 1991, Somaliland declared its sovereignty as Somalia collapsed into chaos. Through grassroots peace conferences, it disarmed militias and built a hybrid system of traditional and democratic governance. Somaliland has held multiple free elections, maintains its own security forces, and its capital, Hargeisa, thrives as a commercial hub. Meanwhile, Somalia remains plagued by instability, reliant on foreign aid and peacekeepers, with large areas under extremist control. Somaliland's stability is no accident. It's the result of sustained effort to forge a separate national identity. This stark contrast makes a powerful case. Somaliland is a functioning, peaceful state, deserving to be judged on its own merits. IGAD, the Horn of Africa's main regional body, is tasked with mediating the region's complex politics. Its 8 members are diverse and often divided, but IGAD's core mission is cooperation and conflict resolution. Deeply influenced by the African Union's principle of upholding colonial borders, IGAD has avoided supporting secessionist movements. For decades, Somaliland's case was ignored, treated as a subnational region of Somalia. Even as Somaliland cooperated informally with neighbors, IGAD's official stance remained unchanged. The bloc fears that recognizing Somaliland could trigger a wave of separatist claims across Africa. Yet, IGAD has shown pragmatism before, engaging with non-state actors when necessary for peace. Now, Somaliland's stability and strategic value force IGAD to weigh principle against reality. The debate is no longer theoretical. Somaliland's future is a pressing regional issue. Somaliland has turned to economic diplomacy, leveraging its strategic location to build partnerships. The port of Berbera, modernized through a $442 million deal with DP World, is now a key regional asset. Linked to Ethiopia by the Berbera corridor, the port offers a vital alternative to Djibouti for Ethiopia's trade. This economic lifeline has deepened ties between Hargeisa and Addis Ababa, making Somaliland indispensable to Ethiopia. The port's success has shifted perceptions, showing Somaliland as a driver of regional integration, not just a secessionist issue. By making itself economically essential, Somaliland has given Ethiopia a strong incentive to advocate for its recognition. The Berbera project involves key regional and international players, raising Somaliland's profile. Economic interdependence is now Somaliland's most powerful argument for statehood. The Ethiopia-Somaliland Memorandum of Understanding, signed in January 2024, upended regional politics. Somaliland agreed to lease part of its coastline to Ethiopia for a naval base and port, in exchange for promised recognition. For Ethiopia, this was a strategic breakthrough. Sea access, lost since Eritrea's independence. Somaliland saw it as validation of its long-term strategy, a potential crack in the wall of non-recognition. Somalia's response was swift and furious, declaring the deal void and rallying international opposition. The agreement drew condemnation from the Arab League and concern from Egypt, escalating regional tensions. IGAD was forced to confront the crisis, but its emergency summit reaffirmed Somalia's territorial integrity without resolving the dispute. The MOU has made Somaliland's recognition a tangible, volatile issue for the entire region. Somalia remains the biggest obstacle to Somaliland's recognition, viewing it as a breakaway region. This stance is rooted in Somali nationalism and reinforced by the African Union's doctrine of respecting inherited borders. The AU fears that recognizing Somaliland could set a precedent, emboldening other secessionist movements across Africa. Many IGAD members share this anxiety, wary of legitimizing secession within their own borders. The international community, including the US and EU, has deferred to the AU, insisting on dialogue between Hargeisa and Mogadishu. This coalition has built a formidable diplomatic wall, keeping Somaliland in limbo despite its achievements. Despite obstacles, powerful forces are pushing IGAD to reconsider Somaliland's status. Economic interests are paramount. The Berbera port and corridor benefit the entire region, not just Somaliland and Ethiopia. Security is another factor. Somaliland is a stable partner in a volatile region, helping fight piracy and terrorism. Its proven governance and commitment to democracy stand in stark contrast to Somalia's instability. Treating Somaliland as a mere appendage of Somalia is increasingly untenable. Ethiopia's strategic pivot is a game-changer. As an IGAD heavyweight, its actions carry immense weight. The MOU forces IGAD members to choose between alienating Ethiopia or adapting to a new reality. The pressure to move beyond cautious rhetoric is mounting. IGAD's decision could redefine the region's future. If IGAD or key members recognize Somaliland, the impact will be immediate and profound. Somaliland would gain legitimacy, likely prompting recognition from other nations and unlocking access to international finance. Foreign investment would surge, transforming sectors beyond logistics and spurring economic growth. The Berbera corridor could become a major regional trade artery, solidifying Somaliland's commercial role. However, diplomatic fallout would be severe. Somalia could withdraw from IGAD, fracturing the bloc. The African Union might face internal divisions, with rival blocs forming around Somalia and Somaliland. Security risks would rise, as Al-Shabaab could exploit the chaos and tensions could escalate into conflict. Recognition offers immense opportunity for Somaliland, but also peril for the region. The path forward is fraught with both promise and danger. Somaliland's fate now rests with IGAD, at a historic crossroads for the Horn of Africa. Recognition would crown a 34-year struggle, validating Somaliland's journey from civil war to democracy. It would unlock economic and diplomatic potential, affirming the resilience of its people. Rejection, however, could push Somaliland into isolation or more disruptive paths. For the region, the stakes are high. Recognition risks fracturing IGAD, but ignoring Somaliland's stability is also risky. IGAD must balance AU principles with regional realities, weighing sovereignty against pragmatic needs. Its decision will shape the region's future, testing its ability to manage complex crises. Whatever the outcome, the choice on Somaliland will echo for decades, marking a pivotal chapter in the Horn of Africa's story.